Welcome back, everyone, to the Complete Pineleaf. We are back here in Wallstow with Weensieg, and let's find out what she needs us to do now.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
The orcs will be reeling from the assault for a great long time, Pineleaf. I'm certain of that. Now we must work to ensure that no more of their ilk slip past our defenses and into the Sudcross. Travel out to the pathway that leads into the east wall. You will find barricades there, but unfortunately none of my men. Due to your efforts, I can now afford to have my riders defend these positions. Signal them from the barricades and they will hold the positions. Return to me when you're done. Yes, ma'am. This looks like the first of the barricades. So let's bring out the signal. Just one? Oh, this is really gonna work. Here's another. I guess she only has 5 riders to spare, one for each of the 5 barricades. Well, I don't know how effective that's gonna be, but I guess that will have to do. Here's number 3. Why don't they just go that way or that way? I think what they really need is something a lot larger and pervasive than what they've got here, because this isn't going to stop anyone. These orcs have rings on their head, and that means that they've got a quest for me. So we'll deal with them, probably kill East Wall invaders or something like that. The breached wall. Defeat orcs near the east wall. Got it! I can do that, because there seem to be plenty of orcs in this area. Now there's a proper barricade, though whether that's the orcish barricade or a Rohirrim one that was breached is an entirely different matter. But it seems to at least attempt to cover up the entire area so that no one could get in it. But that's it. Hello there, sir. I summoned the men to their barricades.
What brings you to these lands?
Excellent. Those orcs should find much more trouble waiting for them when they pass out the east wall. Now then, more must be done. I suppose that's the case. I summoned those men, and I took care of some orcs that were near the barricades.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Any orc that will no longer threaten my people brings me a great joy. You have done well in defeating our foes. Thank you.
Our success depends upon our strength.
You've
Will you aid us?
You've aided us beyond what I could ever have imagined, Pineleaf. Wallstow will still have many fights ahead of it, but the orcs no longer lurk just outside our borders. The time has come for you to return to Fostrid. I'm sure the Snowborn faces new threats in your absence, and there will be much for you to do upon your return. My men and I will hold on for now, thanks to you. It's an honor, Pineleaf. Go with our respect. You're welcome. Things are quieting down in Wallstow a little bit for now, though there of course is still a threat.
Our mission is dire.
You've returned. Am I to assume that Wallstow stands strong? Many peculiar things have occurred since you left to aid the Thane. The traitor has been left to rot in our prison, but yet more threats face us every day. You have returned at a most opportune time, I think. The traitor is behind bars in prison.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
As I said, the traitor has been sent to the prison. He will be hungry by now, and you should feed him rations through the walls of the cell. Perhaps by the time he is eaten, I will be willing to look him in the face again. Go, before starvation grants him the freedom that he so little deserves. All right. Yeah. Very well, I will collect some food for the prisoner. This appears to be the rations for the prisoners. A dingy plate of food. Oh well. Hello, Yeezing. How are things going here?
What brings you to these lands?
By the king, I never thought I would see you again, Pineleaf. After you departed for Walstow, Foster's men dragged me here. I know he worries for the safety of his people and family, but surely he can't believe that I work against him. Fostrid will not hear my words. Of this I am certain. I must warn him. Before I sent him here, I noticed trees outside of Snowbourne being marked by the enemy. I fear that they intend to attack Snowbourne directly and soon. Go, now! Yeah, like... How much is Fostrid going to believe of this? So this guy has Fostrid's ear. This could make things complicated.
Our mission is dire.
Of course he'd claim loyalty. What traitor would not? We shall see if his claim holds up in time. I've heard rumblings of a coming conflict outside of Snowbourne, but I'm unsure where the hammer will fall and when. I must make ready my own men before dealing with one so far removed from the favor of Rohan.
Our success depends upon our strength.
How
Will
do
you aid us?
How do I know that Yeezling is not just sending us on a wild hunt for naught? I care for Snowbourne, and that is the sole reason I'll even acknowledge his request. Search outside of Snowbourne. If the enemy has been marking the trees near our weakest wall, as he claims, we will be able to prepare for whatever may come. In the meantime, I will speak with the traitor and see if he might grace us with more information. Alright. And what do you say? However, Sierich...
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Ah, Pineleaf, it is good to see you again. As I have been telling the Reeve, I believe I've uncovered another spy near Snowbourne. I was walking near the south gate when I spotted a figure in the distance wearing a bold white hand on his garb. When I caught his eye, he fled in haste along the road. A white hand along his garb. Well, that will be someone nasty. If you would, see if I could discover this trail along the road south. I know one such as yourself would be much better equipped to handle such a fellow were you to find him. Someone bearing the white hand. Well, that will be someone who's going to be nasty, that's for sure. I do see a mark along that tree right there. Rittermark Skarn... not the Skarn deposit. This thing here. Orc blade. A jagged orc blade. So, I think it's time for us to... deal with this... Oh, it's a defiler. Ouch! So, deal with that. Now, what do we have here? Orc blade. Well, that's certainly a marking of the enemy. Oh, and speaking of enemies, I found an orc too. And not just one that was mounted. Oh, he was lurking! Well then, I don't know if it was a signal for an attack, but it was certainly suspicious. Another one of these blades. A dulled Rohirrim blade. Found markings of the enemy outside of Snowbourne. Interesting. I don't see any trail here of any spy with the white hand mark or anything like that. I'll go and investigate a little bit further, just in case. I have a feeling he is sending me on a wild goose chase or something like that. Found a banner of the White Hand and footprints leading towards the nearby crofts. Interesting. What can this be all about? I don't know. Maybe it's a trail to lead Pineleaf astray. It's always a possibility. Yeah? Anything around here? Not that I see at the moment. Hello? No, nothing there. How about this house over here? Found no sign of spy, but I hear rumblings from the barn to the north. All right. Shh. Oh, Cigarette appears. What's he doing here? Well, what's he up to? Hey. Hey, Goblin! Where are you going? We just started! Good grief. Fine. Oh, now you want to fight up close. Good grief. So, what are you up to?
We must turn to the offensive.
It's truly a pleasure to see you, Pineleaf. You see, the White Hand has a great interest in seeing the Eastament weakened. For your part, you have made my task quite difficult. But no matter. That shall be resolved soon enough. Are you sure about that? With you out of the way, that fool Reeve will do my work for me. He serves up the defenseless like sheep to the slaughter and imprisons the innocent. Loyal fellow, for little more reason than the vaguest of suggestions. My note. Now, for this matter at hand. Really? So I'm going to take it from all this that you're the traitor. That's going to be my guess there. I don't know what gives me the guess. You had to meddle with affairs beyond your understanding, didn't you? We heard a scuffle on the road. This man attacked you, and you have reason to believe that you are aiding our enemy. What have you to say for yourself, Seagary? Seagary? Yes. Nothing? Very well. Reeve Fostred will have to deal with you. On your feet. Well, I hope Fostred believes me now. Hold on, what's this? You've run across a ragged old man in the cliff overlooking the waterfall to the south of Snowbourne. Surely he knows it is unwise to be outside with so many orcs about. But I also found this thing. Now, where is this mysterious crofter? Nothing like anything. You have run across someone. It's like on the other side of the map. Good grief. As you approach, you notice two orcs preparing to attack the crofter. Well, we'll have this. Or either that, or they're coming to attack me. That's always a possibility. I mean, look at this. Strange man here. The stranger stares blankly at you, considering the situation that has just occurred. He pauses a moment, mouths something silently, and then begins to speak. Thank you for your aid, stranger. Your assault was opportunely timed, I must say. Those orcs had truly taken me by surprise. I had come to visit a friend of mine, but sadly his home is to the north appears to have been destroyed, and I have heard naught of him in some time now. You need not worry about me, stranger. The orcs will trouble me not on my journey home, and this I'm sure. No, I have no idea what that was about either. Well, so first off, I did check those marks.
Our mission is dire.
So the claim rings true. I will admit that he's done us a favor. Perhaps there's more than I suppose. Let's talk about other things. Oh, there is one other thing. It appears that Sigerish just confessed to being the traitor.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
That wretched man! Sigerish, I can't believe that he blinded me so. Giesling has always been a faithful subject. I know not why I even doubted him. You dealt with Sigerish in the most merciful manner, Pineleaf. He is fortunate that it was you, not I, who discovered the deception. Now then, let me see what he has to say for himself. Right, I shall do so. Oh.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
That man will pay for his actions against Rohan Pineleaf. Of that you can be certain. Let us travel to the prison and speak with him. I will meet you there. Very well, I'll meet you there. Anything else? No, that's enough. Maybe I'll just call him that traitor for now on. That'll make it easier. That traitor! You thought you could deceive me? Ah, did I not? If it were not for your lap talk there, you'd know none the wiser. Hold your tongue, wretch, or I shall pull it out for you. Come here.
I do not believe you will find welcome here.
Before all else, I will right this wrong that was done here. Yes, thee thing, son, you are free. Wait, okay. Finding alternate names to call them is probably not the best solution then. For your imprisonment, I am deeply sorry. You will always find Snowborn a home, and anything you desire will be yours. Pineleaf, will you let him out of the cell? Then we'll deal with this vile traitor there. Alright, there you go. Opening the door. Ah. You remain silent for now. Thank you, Pineleaf. Please, speak with me outside when you can. Alright, I shall do so. Back to Giesling.
What brings you to these lands?
Thank you for everything, Pineleaf. Foster's wrath is very dangerous, but his heart is in the right place. I say this even with all that I've been through in the last few days. Let us now deal with that vile traitor. Such a fool cannot be allowed to go without punishment. Yes, you are right about that.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Thank you again for my freedom. I respect Fostred still, even after this wrongdoing. Pineleaf, head back to the prison of Snowborn. Let not that vile traitor rest from his ordeal. The time to question him is now. He might resist, but the time to hesitate is over. Do whatever is necessary to make him talk. Rohan will not fall because we were too frightened to take the proper action. All right, it is time for an interrogation. Maybe he's the one who tried to poison the reeve of the Norcrofts. That's a possible. That could have been his previous assignment. Stare him down? You gotta be kidding. Alright, I'll shake my fist at him. Yeah! He wasn't very threatened by that, I guess. Do you honestly believe that I have anything to fear? It is not as if I shall be sent to stand guard. All I have to do is wait. Snowborn will lie in ashes. That fool Reeve and his filthy kin will be no more, and the rest of the Eastern men will fall with them. So I urge you, tell them, yes, tell that man I share the prison with, tell the Reeve it will not matter. Well, he's defiant to the end. He want to talk, but he is convinced this place is going to be overrun soon.
Our mission is dire.
That arrogant fool. He would see all the Rittermark burn for his own ends. Fostred must be told of this immediately. I shall do so. The vile traitor won't talk any, but he's convinced that this place is going to be overrun soon.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
So, he had more to say? Yes, he was wise to silence himself in my presence. Such a traitor to my people will never taste freedom again. Come then, what did he have to say? Nothing useful, I'm afraid. Nothing useful. Is there an attack coming? And if so, when will it come? We'll have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.